and welcome into another episode of the Left Bench Podcast, where the three of us predict the NFL games week by week, and we are heading into week 6. So with me, as always, Aaron Lajeunesse and Ryan Pringle, and I am Kevin Lee. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Not too bad, man. How about you?
I'm doing good. The NFL is getting right into the meaty part of the bell curve, so it's starting to get down to it. We're starting to see the teams that are actually something this year and the teams that we all thought are the bottom of the pack. So I do not have a slide like I normally do. I apologize, but I just do want to go over the records that we went or that came out for last week, week 5. Aaron went 8-8, which brings his record up to
down to
40. Well, stays flat. 43-37. So he is 6 games above 500. Ryan had the second best week. He went 11-5, which
that's not too bad.
Brings him up to 51-29. So he is currently in first place. And then I went 13-3, which brought me to 48-32. So,
Aaron, that's what happens when you follow the injury report.
Yes.
I don't gotta follow nothing.
The big ones that
injury reports are for suckers.
The ones that I got different from Ryan. I picked the Giants over the Packers.
Yeah,
and the Ravens over the Bengals. So those were the two that Ryan and I had different, which is why I had a better week. Aaron, some of the ones you were different on us. You had the Browns against the Chargers.
I was close on that one.
You had the Dolphins instead of the Jets.
Yeah, I did do that.
You took the favorite and ended up.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater went down in that game, so that kind of was tough for you. You had the Seahawks instead of the Saints.
I did do that. They were all close games too, though.
Yeah, so those were some of the ones that you kind of had different. But we move on to week 6. I know we've kind of made a couple of comments about a punishment for the loser of this. I think the one comment we've got is walk a mile in a Speedo for the loser. I don't know if you can tell by the 3.
That's a punishment
of us here. I don't think anyone. That's a punishment for everyone around, not just the person in the Speedo. So please, if you do have an idea, throw something at us. Make it fun, but keep people maybe away from the Speedos. That's I don't think that's a punishment for just that person. It's everyone who has to be around. So yeah, throw some suggestions at us, and we'll be happy to make one of those stick. But let's get into week 6. Excited. We'll start right off with that lovely Thursday night game that one of these weeks should not be a dud, but I hate to break it to you, but
it's not
this week is going to be pretty terrible.
Be good.
You've got the 1-4 Washington Commanders versus the 2-3 Chicago Bears. Chicago's at home, and I will let you start right off with this one, Ryan.
Typically I favor the home team on these games, but it's the Bears. I mean, I got to go with the Commanders on this. They just have so many more weapons available. As long as Carson Wentz doesn't screw this up, they should be able to take this pretty easy.
Okay. Commanders for Ryan. And who do you have, Aaron?
Carson Wentz actually had a pretty good week this week. So I think I'm going to do the same on a short week. Chicago looks like crap, so I actually can't believe they have 2 wins, but, San Francisco. Washington.
I am going to go the Bears. I don't know if either of you saw the press conference for Ron Rivera, but he came out and was asked why the difference between his team in the division versus the other 3 teams in the division. They've got the Eagles, who are 5-0, and then the Cowboys and Giants, who 4-1, and they're 1-4. And he flat out said quarterback. That's the reason why they're so bad and the other teams are so good. So I don't think he's wrong.
Shots fired.
but that's a comment that you don't generally see, and I think that can mess with the psyche of that locker room. So I'm going to go with the Bears here. I think just at home, short week, they're a running first team, and I think they're going to be able to just drag an ugly game out and get the victory. And that brings us to the 3-2 San Francisco 49ers versus the 2-3 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta being the home team. And I will let you give this one a shot first, Aaron.
Like, I'm a huge 49er fan, Like, I love my team, and I think they're going to win this game, but I don't understand how people were, like, keeping them in talks for Super Bowl runs. Like, it's just, I don't, it's still
I think
Jimmy
it's that defense.
It really is, but it's still Jimmy. I don't know. It'd just be really weird. It's just really weird. They're like, oh, yeah, San Francisco. Like, what the hell is happening right now? And so, but yeah, still San Francisco in this game. Atlanta's still going to Atlanta. So I want Mariota to do well. I always have, but, San Francisco's going to kick the shit out of them.
Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like what the Falcons got going on. I think they definitely should have had a chance to beat the Bucks on Sunday if it wasn't for that horrendous roughing the passer call.
Yeah,
I
that
don't think I've
was
seen
bad.
anything worse. And then you had the same thing happen on Monday. So
You're not allowed to
do
touch
like-
quarterbacks. I don't know if you guys knew that.
apparently, Jesus.
I can't
Two-hand
break their
touch.
fall. Like, it's not even like he landed on him.
Yeah.
Right, that was awful. Like, at least, with the one on Monday, you can be like, okay, I kind of see what the ref was saying with the whole body weight thing, but the one from that game was terrible. But, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Falcons? Okay. I think you kind of talked yourself into that there.
I think I did too.
You're the home team. I mean, you're not. The Falcons just kind of seem to be a team that just puts themselves in chance to, hopefully get a win each week. They just kind of hang in these games. For me, that's all cool and nice, but I think San Francisco's defense, like I said earlier with Aaron, they're a really, really dominant defense, and they're going to be able to
So are
take
the Bucks.
I think our San Francisco's got another level on the Bucks. I do.
Is Bosa out?
Didn't Bosa get hurt, though?
Yeah,
Oh, my
I'm-
gosh. Aaron brought up an injury. Holy shit.
Well, it's the 49ers. I know the Niners defense. So, like, it was like, I mean, what, like Kinlaw, freaking Greenlaw, Jimmy Ward, the other Ward, I can't even remember his first name. Shavarius, what the hell is his first name? Shavarius? I don't know.
49ers guy.
I can't.
Just digging
No, it's
yourself deeper.
a
You
weird
just-
first name.
just
It's like
stop.
Shavarius. I don't know. What
You
the hell
started
is
up here. Now you're slow.
Like, I know the 49ers, but I'm not sure if Bosa's out, but I know he got injured.
I do not know if he's going to miss
Yeah.
this week,
But you still have.
which will
Understandably.
hurt their defense, obviously. But I think they're too good to let that one-dimensional offense, be able to win that game. They still can't seem to get Kyle Pitts involved. They can't get Drake London to stay consistent. I think those are your two best weapons, and they just can't seem to figure out how to use them. So give me the Niners on this one, and that will go to the 2-3 Patriots versus the 2-3 Browns. The Browns being the home team. I think the Browns were they could have beat the Chargers last week. They've got Nick Chubb is so good at running back. I think Jacoby Brissett's been fine. He's, handling the ship. There's no way a third-string quarterback comes out and wins back-to-back games. They dominated the Lions. They're not going to do that against the Browns. Give me the Browns in this one. I think they are able to handle business against the Patriots and finally show that we don't have the the second coming of Tom Brady and Bailey Zappi. So, give me the Browns, and then I'll pass it over to you, Ryan.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't think there was any way that the Patriots were going to win last week against the Lions. I mean, you had the highest scoring offense in football out there, and they just looked like a high school team. It was terrible. Yeah, it was awful. Like, it was. You don't even know what to say about that. Like, I get, you didn't have DeAndre Swift and stuff, but still, to put up a goose egg, I don't know. But I agree. The Browns are too good right now, the way they're playing, especially with Nick Chubb's running the ball. He is just dominating at every level. So, yeah, I'm going to go Browns as well.
Okay. And then that goes over to you, Aaron.
Browns. It's not even worth talking about the Patriots. I mean, it's Bailey.
Well,
is it? I don't know. Did you watch the game?
Bailey.
It's pretty.
He won?
I know he won, but, like, Bailey.
Is this the year for these backup quarterbacks to come in and do something? I mean, we all made fun of Cooper Rush, and the guy's only went out and won the 4 games he started this year.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think
maybe
people are really riding high on the Lions, but like that's paper tiger. It's about to go up anyway. Like it's just they're gonna fold eventually.
Yeah.
So it just happened to happen against New England. So like I just don't. Browns.
Browns for all of us then. And then we'll jump into the 3-2 New York Jets versus the 3-2 Green Bay Packers. I think it's quite opposite weeks for these teams last week. So I'm curious to see your guys' thoughts. I'll throw it over to you, Ryan, and I'll let you start it.
If you would have asked me at the beginning of this year to call this game,
you could have guessed this one before the season started.
Wouldn't even have hesitated. I probably would have said Packers before you even got the question out. But man, I don't know. You got the Packers coming back from London, and you saw the Vikings almost fumble that to the Bears this week after they came back from London. The Jets had a big win against the Dolphins. And Aaron Rodgers is just not looking good on those deep balls. He is not connecting on anything. He's got, I don't know if it's a chemistry or what. Some play calls.
Yeah, I think it's all around.
Yeah, I mean, they are in Lambeau this time, so that'll help. Does he win 2 games or lose 2 games in a row back to back to the Giants and the Jets? Am I contemplating this right now?
I think there's good reason to.
I mean,
they're both 3-2.
God, that Packers defense that was supposed to be legit, which hasn't really looked great. I mean, they've been okay. God. You know what? Let's go with the Jets. I like what Breece Hall is doing right now. He had a little coming out party on Sunday. Yeah, let's go with Jets.
Aaron, who do you have?
So Hall and the Jets have shown promise. So has Wilson. But I got to take Green Bay at home. I don't know. I got to go Green Bay. I like it's still Aaron Rodgers. It's a tough call. And it almost feels like a coin flip. And I don't blame Ryan for going for the Jets, but I'm still going to go Green Bay at home.
If the Jets were at home, 100% I'd be taking the Jets.
Too.
And I almost want to, because Packers coming home from London. I know that even going to London, the weeks, surrounding that London game for these teams, I think just get all jacked up. But I don't see Aaron Rodgers losing these back-to-back games. I think they're going to come out and they're going to make it a point to get the running game involved, and they're going to be able to finally air it out and maybe hit Allen Lazard and Romeo Dobbs and finally get some of this passing game going. So I'm going to go the Packers just purely on the fact that Aaron Rodgers is 10 times the quarterback that Zach Wilson is right now. So other than that, I pretty much like everything else the Jets have going on.
Well, there you go. You already got 2 chances to catch up on me on these picks. Jets and Falcons.
Well, let's move. I'm trying. I'm going to catch you.
I'm probably not.
Well, at least you've already taken a step forward, and you're calling out injuries rather than us having to remind you. So,
the 49ers. That's not
improvement.
the same thing.
Improvement, Aaron. I'm proud of you. Let's keep it going. Keep building. We'll go on to the next game here. The 2-3 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 2-1 Indianapolis Colts. I will throw it over to you, Aaron, and let you take this one off.
Trevor Lawrence didn't do too bad. He definitely did better. I think he did better than Matt Ryan this week. I mean, that Colts game. Oh my God, dude.
You do realize the Jags lost to the Texans.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as that. The Colts game was horrible. It's the worst football game I've ever seen, and I can't believe it. I said I just TikToked most of it, but it's an unwatchable product. But Jonathan Taylor should be coming back, so hopefully at Indy at home. I'm gonna go Colts.
Yeah. I will also go the Colts here, getting hopefully Jonathan Taylor back, rested, get him going in this game. Both of these teams are just not there this year. They're not. I could see this being another 14-10 ball game, just ugly, gross, and not fun to watch. But
watch them both light it up for 50 points.
It'll be that game where it's 35-42, and you're like, "What happened?"
Michael Pittman has 17 catches.
Yeah, but I'm going to go the Colts, home team. I just like Jonathan Taylor coming back after a week of rest, so I'm going to go the Colts, and then I will pass it over to you, Ryan.
Oh, man, this is another tough one. Gosh, the Jags just look so bad against the Texans. No touchdowns,
Neither did the Colts.
Yeah, well, they also lost Naheem Hines right away, too, so that wasn't –
Yeah.
I mean, losing Jonathan Taylor's one thing, and then you lose Naheem Hines, too, so
It's tough.
that was pretty rough. God. Oh, man, this is a tough game. Do I want to go against
It's
you?
very
I give you
hard.
3 chances to catch up.
It's harder when they're bad.
Well, don't think of it that
Yeah.
way. Think of just, go with who you think's going to win.
There's no winners in this game.
Everybody's losing.
We're all losers.
You know
This
what?
is true.
I think Jonathan Taylor's going to come out a little bit fresh. So let's go Colts.
Okay. Colts all the way around for us. And then we'll jump into a game that I'm excited for. The 4-1 Vikings versus the 3-2 Dolphins. I do not know as of right now who the quarterback's going to be
It's going to be
for the Dolphins.
What's the third string?
Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Because obviously I don't think Tua's near back, and I think they're going to have to let Teddy Bridgewater sit. I think he was cleared to come back that
I
game,
think Teddy will be back,
but
I don't think
with
Tua's-
everything that's going on with Tua, you maybe don't. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything at who, but it could be Teddy. We'll have to see. I do, though, think that the Vikings, their offense can just be so on fire. Away, though. Give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. I think the worries around quarterback might throw some things around the Dolphins, although their wide receiver core is so good. And I happen to like more than the Vikings wide receivers. But, give me the Vikings in this one, and I will throw it over to you, Aaron.
I'm going to go Vikings, too. They had a tough game last week, and I think they're going to come out fresh. The weird whatever's going on at quarterback in Miami, it's not going to be good no matter what the outcome is. So it's we'll see Sunday, but I'm going to go Vikings away.
Okay. And then Ryan.
Yeah, I think if Tua was playing in this game, I'd probably go Dolphins. But whether it's Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson, I don't think it's going to be enough. But like what you said, Kevin, the Vikings offense can be so hot and then just all of a sudden die. And you saw that on Sunday against the Bears. Like that first half, you're like, holy shit, he's going to throw for 600 yards.
Yeah.
You know, and then the second half rolls around and
completely flat.
And they let the Bears back in that game. But I don't know. I still think the Vikings are going to pull this one out. So I'm going to go Vikings.
Okay. Sounds good. That throws the Vikings for all of us. And we'll go down to the 2-3 Cincinnati Bengals versus the 2-3 New Orleans Saints.
Throwing insults out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I am, because I'm not happy with how this offense is going.
Oh, my fantasy team.
Yes. Okay. I was high on this team. I wanted to ride high with you, and they've proven me wrong every step of the way. So I apologize. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, you know what? Now you can feel what I felt for the last 35 years of my life.
Oh, it's not like my Tennessee Titans have been all peachy.
James is back this week, right?
I believe he was close to being back this week, but they held him out. He should be back, but they haven't come out and said anything. It's still obviously early in the week, so we still have time, but I believe he should be back, barring any setbacks. So I will let you start this one, Aaron.
Still, I'm going to ride with Burrow, Mixon, and Chase. Alvin Kamara, he's been okay this year, but if James Winston coming back might give him a little bit more of a prayer, but I think Cincinnati's a better team at the end of the day. I think they've just had some rough games. So, Cincy.
Okay. And who do you have, Ryan?
Zach Taylor, take the fucking points. Just do it. God. Anyways, Bengals.
Okay. Is that a personal call out to Zach Taylor?
Yes. Take the points. Screw the analytics. Take the points.
The one thing that I believe Jameis Winston's going to be back. I'm hoping he's back. The ones that scare me a little more, like the Chris Olave after the concussion and going out, Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry. I'm not sure on the weapons. Alvin Kamara looked like the Alvin Kamara that we've been hoping for this year. Taysom Hill obviously went bananas and just decided to be all-pro playmaker out there. I'm not excited about this Bengals team until they can finally put some consistency together.
Taysom Hill is fool's gold.
Fantasy-wise, yes. I think playmaker, just even distraction out there. I think he's a good asset to have. I'm gonna take a risk here. I think it's risky just not knowing how the weapons are going to be for the Saints, but I'm gonna go the Saints, and I'm hoping to get at least one or two of those receivers back and actually give something to throw to for Jameis alongside some playmaking ability with Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara. So I'll go the Saints at home and be happy with that one. And that'll bring us to the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens versus the 4-1 New York Giants.
Dude.
I will let you start this one, Ryan.
Y'all thought I was crazy for saying I was high on Daniel Jones this year. And look at that, 4-1 Giants with no receivers at all.
That is just enough Jones.
Hey, but he's doing it.
He's doing just enough.
But
I think you better thank Saquon for those 4 wins.
Yeah, that's fair. But you know what? It's going to end this week, so we're going Ravens.
Did Ryan go Ravens here?
I think he bet against the Giants last week too.
He did. He did. Do you want to keep this streak up and go the Giants here, Aaron? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll do it if you do it. Only because, hey man, I really, really like Saquon. And, like, I'm a huge fan. The dude's absolutely crushing it, and so like, and he looks good doing it. So like, and it's they have a lot of hype behind him, and he's held up every end of the bargain. So I don't know. I'm down. I'll go. Fuck it, Giants. Put me down for Giants. I asked. This is for fun, obviously. If I was betting money, if I was betting,
I mean, you're already in last place. You can't get any worse.
For fun and all, we're going to be Aaron or Ryan and I are going to be laughing while you're walking around in the Speedo. So fun for us too. Yes.
I'm gonna go Giants. Screw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Deliver us from evil, Saquon.
Previously, I have mentioned that I believe Lamar Jackson will be the MVP this year. Since I have said that, he shit the bed.
Keep talking. Keep praising him.
I'm not too excited about that. They did get a victory last week. But I think Brian Doble's the coach of the year right now, if the year was to end. I think what he's done with the Giants is no one saw the Giants being 4-1 right now. I think they're just gonna run the ball, and be able to win by a field goal in this game at home. Give me the Giants in this one.
All right, we're gonna eat those words.
Probably. It's gotta end sometime. It's got to. Just hoping to get another week out of them.
Yeah.
We'll jump into the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the 1-4 Pittsburgh Steelers. Bounce back game for Brady. He's or not bounce back. They did win.
Yeah, he bounced off of a defender into a victory.
True. Yes, bounced into another victory. The Steelers are they're not ready to win right now. They got a lot going on
right now. There's at least like 8 years of being terrible.
Are you talking about the same Pittsburgh that I've been watching?
It's going to be bad. I think it's going to be rough. I think they're going to have a lot of 8-8. It's just
I think right now, if you told them they would get to around 500, they'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm saying going forward, I think there's going to be a lot of 8-8. Like it's just they are. It's not good.
Well, that math doesn't add up, right?
It does not add up.
What?
8-8 is no longer a thing.
Oh, it's like 17. Yeah. Sorry.
You watch football.
When we show up for that 17th week of games, Aaron's not going to be around. He's like, dude, what do you mean?
Add a couple games to that, whatever.
Yeah, so I'm going to go the Bucks here, even though the Steelers are at home. Give me the Bucks, and then I will throw it over to you, Aaron.
Steelers aren't winning this game. There's no way. It's just Kenny Pickett sucks. So I'm gonna go Tampa Bay.
Okay, Ryan.
Bucks and the refs on the road.
Bucks and the refs. That's right. They definitely been helping them out.
The Buccaneers 12th man.
Bring us to the 1-4 freshly fired coach Carolina Panthers versus the 2-3 Los Angeles Rams. This is an ugly game that I am not excited to watch. I will throw this one to you, Aaron, and let you.
I'm still gonna go Rams. He'll force 30 throws to Cooper Kupp for a victory. I don't even know
how many of those get picked.
Yeah, right. It's but it's still against the Rams. The Rams are terrible. So are the Panthers. Panthers are terrible. So they can't figure out what to do with McCaffrey. A new coach coming in. Who's stepping up for that? Do they?
I want to say it's like they're one of their coordinators.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What are you going to do with this mess? So I'm going Rams.
You're going to get head coaching experience.
Rams at home.
Find a new job next year.
Right.
Okay, Rams for Aaron. Who do you have, Ryan?
Typically I would go with the team that has the freshly fired coach. There's always something about a team coming in that next week wanting to prove something, and they step their game up. But if I remember correctly, Steve Wilkes, that's their interim head coach. He's the same guy that drafted Josh Rosen, right? I mean, we don't like that.
It's Steve
That's
Wilkes.
not good talent evaluation.
No, not at all. So, but I mean, the Rams don't look good either. But I think they're going to get back on track here against the Panthers. So I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Rams here. I don't know. Obviously, I think all three of us thought that it was a good idea for them to fire Matt Rule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think
What a
Matt Rule thinks it was a good idea for them to fire him because he's making almost
He
$1
can
million.
hang out and get paid.
With $40 million or something like that they had to give him?
Yeah, he's getting like $850,000.
For the next couple years.
Yeah, next 48 months or 40 months or something ridiculous. The guy is, and next year he's going to go out and probably get some big high profile collegiate job. So
He'll be all right.
he's going to be just fine. He's excited about the opportunity, I'm sure. Give me the Rams here. It's hopefully a get right game for Los Angeles, and they can maybe hit Matt Stafford's elbow will be able to get them a nice victory here. Going on to the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals and the 2-3 Seattle Seahawks. Last game before DeAndre Hopkins is back for the Cardinals. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, they are going to be 2-4 when DeAndre Hopkins comes back because give me Seattle at home.
Bro, Kyler Murray sucks.
Geno Smith will have a better game than Kyler Murray.
I can see that. I am on board.
So I'm going to take the Seahawks. And I'm going to throw it over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't. Why is this hard?
Say it.
Why is this hard?
It shouldn't.
It
Because
shouldn't be this
before
hard.
the year, if you would have said the Seahawks, we would have looked at you funny.
Well,
right?
2 years
Absolutely.
ago, we're
It's
like,
ridiculous.
Arizona is going to be the top of the division.
Oh,
So, it's,
Now, I
Kyler
think there'll be
Murray's
better
so
days
bad.
ahead for Arizona, in my opinion,
Jesus.
with DeAndre Hopkins coming back, but
you
he's
still
not back yet.
Dude, DK Metcalf is playing really well. Tyler Lockett's playing really well. Geno Smith's made some money
did
throws
lose.
this last
They
week.
did lose Rashad Penny for the year.
They did. Kenneth Walker stepped in and played just fine. 8 carries, 80-something yards and a touchdown?
He did. It was one. He had one long
or the
breakaway.
one big run, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's in Seattle. Oh God! Give me the Cardinals. Screw all the Seahawks fans. I hate all of you.
I do too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do not like it, but your team's going to win this week. Throw it over to Aaron.
I think Arizona would be a better team without Kyler Murray. There's something he's not running the ball and trying to be a pocket passer and then just absolutely failing at it. He does kind of force the ball to Marquise Brown, who's been crushing it.
Yeah.
And so and hopefully next week he'll be alleviated of some of that, But I'm still I'm gonna go Seattle at home. I'm with you. I don't know. I think Geno. I think you're right, Geno. I think Geno's gonna have a better game than Kyler. Kyler's got piss poor decision making and doesn't look to be improving at all. Hopefully he'll have some help with another weapon, but I feel like he has enough around him that he should be doing better than 2 and 3. So, fuck it, Seattle.
Yeah. Okay. Going down to the 4-1 Buffalo Bills versus the 4-1 Chiefs, and in my mind, the game of the week.
The game of the
I
week.
absolutely love this game. I am so excited to watch this game.
The Sunday night game.
Can they flex it in or anything like that? How does it
Well,
flex it?
I'll give them the Sunday night game is pretty good too.
Yeah, but
It should.
is it?
Yeah,
Dallas,
I think
Philly?
so. Yeah, that's a very heated rivalry.
Yeah,
we'll
but
get to that.
those
We'll get to that.
Chiefs.
But
Anyways,
all in all, we'll get to the Monday night game, but that's the shit game of the week. Yeah. This game is going to be very exciting, and I will let you start this one, Ryan.
All right, which Chiefs are we going to get? Are we going to get Chiefs and refs versus the Bills, or are we just going to get the Chiefs?
Shots fired.
Not, well,
Is
you already
because
said
the holding call
said
on the kick against the Raiders? They almost lost to the Raiders.
you already said the rest were going with the Buccaneers.
And you know what?
This is the B squad.
They're going to share them. I don't know, dude. You call it defensive holding on a field goal? Like, what is that? I've never even heard of that.
They can make up rules on the fly. There's no rule book that they have to follow.
And then, God, this whole roughing the passer crap. Oh, God. Just give me the Bills. It's going to be a coin toss. Just give me the Bills.
Okay. Aaron?
Heads, Buffalo. Tails, Kansas City. Hey, Siri. Flip a coin. It's heads. So, Buffalo.
Okay.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
That is a very good game to do a coin toss on.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think it's easy to go the Bills here, especially after the week that they had. They played Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh blows. So I think that game was a little inflated. Give me Kansas City at home here. I would be glad to swap this around if Buffalo was at home, but just being the home team, both of these teams have insanely high-powered offenses. It's going to be a great game to watch. So, give me the Chiefs here, and we'll jump into the Sunday night game. The Dallas Cowboys, who are 4-1, versus the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, a nice rivalry game to end the Sunday night games. I will throw it over to you, Aaron, and let you start it.
This also feels like it should be a coin flip. I mean, Jalen Hurts, Cooper Rush. I don't even understand how they're winning these games. So, and it's solid football.
Their defense.
I mean, Dallas' defense is fantastic. So, but I mean, it's good football on both sides. But I'm going to go. Philly's a tough spot to play in as a road team. You might get hit with a tire iron on the way into the stadium. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go Philly. I'm going to go Philly at home.
Okay. Ryan, who do you have in this one?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Philly also. Don't get me wrong, Dallas has played really well, but I think you're starting to see the regression a little bit of Cooper Rush coming down slightly.
You think people are getting some film on him and knowing what to look at?
Getting more tape. You have, 5 full games now on him.
What do you think about the Eagles where they jump out to these hot starts and then have these dud second halves?
Yeah, that's another thing. I think they can get so confident in themselves at the beginning and they're like, oh, we're unstoppable, and then they kind of let off the gas. And that will come back to hurt them at some point, especially in the playoffs. You got to keep your foot on the gas and just go all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. But I think Jalen Hurts has enough mobility to escape this pass rush, and he is not hesitant to run at all. So if he senses even a little bit of pressure, he's going to get out there and run, and I think that's what's going to help them. And in the end, that'll probably win this game for him. So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I really, really want to go with the Cowboys. Have either of you heard if Dak's going to be back?
I have not.
I haven't heard anything definitive. Also,
I think this was
about Michael
week
Parsons and that groin. He
Yeah.
played through it last week, but now that he's rested and it's kind of cooled down a little bit, see how that plays out.
Yeah. I think this was the week that they were targeting for Dak to be back. A couple of weeks ago. So that'll be a big one to see if even playing against the Eagles, who are a good team, and if you go out and you lose to them, it's you're not panic mode, but being a rivalry game, if Dak comes back and they lose this game, does that split that locker room and have some of that, locker room go, hey, maybe we should have Cooper Rush. And he's only come in and won the 4 games he started this year. The 2 that Dak started, we've lost.
It's an absolute disaster if Dak comes back.
Which is why I think
they lose and Dak comes back. It is a disaster.
Yes. Which is why I think the Cowboys, knowing that, hopefully they're smart enough. Believe me, if Dak is even healthy enough to come back, that they let Cooper Rush go out there. This is his last week. He goes up against the Eagles.
Lose.
And if they lose, hey, look, Cooper Rush can lose also. But if you take Cooper Rush out after he's went 4-0, and then you lose with Dak, it does not look good to that fan base and to that locker room. So I'm going to go the Eagles because I think they're going to keep Cooper Rush out there. I think you were onto something saying that they've now started to get tape on him. They know what he looks, where he looks, what he's doing out there. I think this will be a Cooper Rush's first loss and probably his last game until yet again Dak gets hurt. So going on to the Monday night game, last game of the week.
Don't even do this one. No,
it's 2-3 Denver Broncos and the 3-2 Los Angeles Chargers.
Jesus Christ.
We'll let you start there, Aaron. You seem super excited about this game.
What's the point? Yeah, do we just call it now? None of us are going to say Denver. It's an absolute dumpster fire. And dude, the end of that press conference is hilarious. That where he
doesn't get it.
He's not a real person. So there's zero personality there. He's saying things.
It's so bad.
I'm
forced and so bad.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited to get another Denver Broncos primetime game. I can't wait.
God, I'm so sick of this.
Well, I think the NFL was honestly, because there was a lot of really high expectations for him going in there with no receivers. It's just, well, not no receivers, but Judy and Sutton are both really good. But he just not, I don't know, it's just not working out. And I think they thought that they were going to be like this. I honestly think that putting Russell Wilson in there, everybody was under the assumption that they were going to be like a Super Bowl ready team. And they can't win games. They can't score. It's just bad football all the way around.
You got to be able to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And it's a nightmare. And it's been awful to watch. It's fun watching the dumpster fire because, for the memes with Russell Wilson, it's been hilarious. Just seeing everybody kind of mock him on TikTok and the internet.
You should go Chargers, right?
Oh, 100%. We all are.
You're just going Chargers.
We're not. None of us are picking Denver. I don't even just mark it all Chargers. I can make a case for you.
Ryan, is Aaron's prediction right?
Have you ever been dangerous?
It's so weird. It's
okay,
so
I'm marking
weird.
you down for the Broncos, Ryan.
Whoa. No. But realistically, I think we're going to have another coach being fired after this week.
I think it's needed.
Nathaniel Hackett's just absolutely terrible.
Russell Wilson
is not working out.
Bateman.
And I've seen there's been some bunch of reports too. Nathaniel Hackett is almost just as fake as Russ. Super weird and awkward, and he's not doing well there. So Chargers for sure.
Okay. I agree with you both. Chargers. I don't know if you saw, but Russ got an injection for his shoulder. That's causing him issues. Apparently, he played through it last week. He hurt it the week previous. Midway through that game or something. So that's why Russ isn't able to cook right now.
Can we get an injection of personality?
It's not even personality for me. An injured shoulder doesn't make you miss reads. Doesn't make you miss wide open. The wide open read. Now, if you overthrow or underthrow that target, okay. But if he was open, at least you're making that right read. He's not even making correct reads. So, there's that team is awful, and especially losing Javonte Williams for the year. Give me the Chargers. Go Justin Herbert.
He's so good. Just on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. That's it for this week. I wish you both luck, except for the games that you picked against me on, and yeah, we'll jump back into it next week and see how we all did. This is the first week of buys, so that's why there was less games here. We've got some buys going on in week 6. Start of buy season, guys. So another thing to be thinking about.
Can't wait.
Coming off of bye weeks. Thank you for watching this. If you like this type of content, feel free to like the video, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join us again for next week. Other than that, we will see you next week. Thank you, guys.
Good night, guys.
Bye.